Welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you the correct way to play HDR videos on a Mac, including HDR10 and Dolby Vision, without losing any video quality. Mac can play HDR videos correctly only when the file is in compatible MP4 format and played by system built-in apps like QuickTime or the TV app. But if your HDR files are in MKV, you've probably noticed that most apps either show wrong colors, washed out brightness, or no HDR at all. Super annoying. So today I'll show you the two best working methods, a free method and a paid method. The free method uses FFmpeg to convert MKV files into formats that macOS can play perfectly in QuickTime iPhone, iPad, or the TV app with proper HDR. The paid method is much easier, but I'm not sponsored, so I'll share the details at the end of the video. On macOS, only Apple's own apps can play HDR correctly if you're sticking to free software. The problem: none of these apps support MKV. Party players like VLC, QIA, or MPV can open MKV files, but they don't handle HDR properly. So the solution is simple. We extract the video stream from the MKV and rewrap it into an MP4 container without re-encoding the video, and then adjust the audio so Apple's native apps can play it perfectly. Before we begin, make sure you have the following tools installed: Homebrew, the package manager for macOS or the App Store for command line tool, FFmpeg and audio conversion, media tools to inspect file details, MKV toolnix to analyze MKV structure, Subler for metadata tagging and final cleanup. You can install most of these using Homebrew. Just go to Brew. Follow the instructions to install it and you're set. Think of Homebrew as the App Store for command line tools. You should probably have it installed even if you're not doing this project. Once Homebrew is ready, open Terminal and run brew install FFmpeg brew install to cask toolnix app. This installs FFmpeg and MV toolnix. Media tools and Subler can be downloaded directly from their official websites. After everything is installed, we can start converting our files. And if you're wondering, why not just use one app to convert MKV to MP4? Here's the reason: full conversion takes a long time, sometimes overnight, and you lose video quality. The method I'm showing you is much faster and keeps the original HDR video quality completely intact.
First, we will install Homebrew. And this is the first results. And you want to copy this line of the scripts and click this button. And this line is copied. Then open your terminal. So if you don't know where is your terminal, you can just do a search. And paste in the scripts. Key in your password. Because I'm already installed, so it will not go through the full process. But you have to pay attention for the message. Maybe it wants you to install something called the Xcode command line tool, something like that. Pay attention to the requirement and you might have to type something. It will show on the screen. After your Homebrew is installed, you can do brew update and it will fetch the latest apps from the Brew App Store. So your computer will know what is there for you to download. After that, we are going to install the thing we want. It's called FFmpeg. So you will do brew install FFmpeg. You can type it out. Since I already installed, so it might not going to install again. Another app you want to use, it will be very helpful if you have this. It's called MKV to NICs, and it's a GUI app. So you say brew space install -- cask MKV to NICs app. Since I already installed, so it will install again. And while we are waiting for the process, and we can install another tools called media info. And usually it's the first result. And it have Windows version, Mac version, and also Linux version. And you want the Mac version. So you can get from App Store, but the App Store version is a paid one. So you can go with the download version. And another tool is called Subler. And this is for tag editing. You can search Subler Mac. And maybe it's not the first results. Developer website. And here it is. It's on the GitHub now. So the name's like that. And this is a new icon. You will want download Subler. Click here. Going to Subler app, Subler, and you will search the Subler release. You may click the release and try to get the latest version. 1.9.1 is the latest version. So I will try to get this. And here it is. So I will put into my app folder and replace with the latest version. Okay, with our tools ready, and let's inspect the file we are going to process. Okay, so we are going to start from the very easy one, and the very easy one is called HDR10.mp4, and it's already MP4, but somehow we cannot play with our QuickTime. So let's inspect it. So open your terminal with your FFmpeg ready. You can say FFmpeg-i, and oh wait, let's cd to the correct directory first. It's already in download. And FFmpeg-1 -i, and drag here. So what you want to search is string 0. Usually string 0 is a video track, and string 1 is an audio track. So from here you can see the video codec is called HEVC. So HEVC is another name for H.265. And how can we tell this is HDR or not? Actually, it doesn't matter. No matter it's HDR or non-HDR, the process are the same, except for Dolby Vision. Okay, so if you didn't see anything mention Dolby Vision profile file, then you are pretty much okay. But why this thing cannot play is because here the codec ID called HEV1, it cannot play on the Apple device. And we also have another tool called the Media Info. So we are going to open Media Info and use this tab to expand and expect the video portion. So you will see the format is HEVC. As I mentioned, it's another name for H.265. And how to tell whether this HDR or not is via here. If you see something like a BT2020, then that's a HDR1. And if you see something like a BT709 or 6 something, it's not HDR1, but it doesn't matter here. So how we can know is this thing is wrong. HEV1, it's not support on Apple device. And for the audio portion, it's already AAC, and AAC is supported as audio. Is C our target area for the audio track. If it's just left or right 2 channel, use AAC. If more than 2 channel, use EAC3, also called Dolby Digital Plus. So let's take on the file and fix it. So we can use the pure command, just one line, FFmpeg input, and our input file is this one. It's called a HDR10, and for the codec we say copy. If we see copy, it doesn't change the codec, it doesn't re-encode, so the quality is intact. And if we just say out.mp4, then the output will be the same because nothing is changed. And you cannot play it. So you have to fix it because you are encoding a H.265 video, which is called HEVC here. You should change the tag to HEVC1. Okay, so let's say tag, comma, V video HEVC1. And then let's say the output file will be HDR10 HEVC1.mp4. And you see immediately it generates this file. You can tell from the icon. Now this will have a different icon, and you can play it. Okay. So after that, we can inspect again. -I means imports. If you don't give anything, then it's just import and inspect. You see here the codec ID changed to HEVC1. And QuickTime, iPhone, iPad, Apple TV can play this file. And you don't have to re-encode it. It's just some tag is wrong, then you cannot play. Okay, next thing will be a little bit difficult, and we are going to challenge anime.mkv. So definitely MKV file cannot be played by QuickTime. And how we can remux without encoding. So let's inspect the file first. You can say FFmpeg -i, and this is more difficult because this is an anime file, and the anime one usually is more complicated than the other MKVs or movies, because usually they have a Japanese audio track, an English audio track, and tons of subtitles. So if you really like this one, you definitely want to keep at least the original soundtrack, and maybe you wanted the dub one. For me, for any animation, I'd like to have both. I doesn't want to discard any of this. So just like last time, we scroll up and try to find string 1. String 0, 0 is the number 1 string, usually is the video track. And those strings are subtitles. You see here is string 00, it's a video track. It's HEVC, which is H.265, blah blah blah, and it's a HDR format because I see BT 2020. Let's inspect here. You see it's HDR BT 2020, and nothing to do with Dolby Vision, which is good. Okay, then the next thing is the audio track. You see the audio track is in a format called FLAC, which is a free lossless audio codec, and it's not supported by MP4 or QuickTime or Apple device. You have to change to, our rule is if it's 2 channel, AAC. If it's more than 2 channel, EAC3. Okay. So here is only have left and right 2 channel. So we need to convert, re-encode the audio portion. We don't have to touch the video portion. Luckily, reconvert or re-encode audio is way faster than reconvert or re-encode the video. So I want both. Then this will be a little bit challenge. So in order to make this command work and clear, I will have to use the mapping method to say this is the track I want and that track I doesn't want. So let's try to do it. So FFmpeg inputs. Let's input the file called anime MKV, and I want the output format to be MP4, and I don't want this command to be a huge long line, so I input this slash, which is the opposite of the HTTP slash, and I put here. So this can split one line command into multiple lines and easy to read. After that, we are going to using the map. What does this mean? That means we take out from the first input. This is the first input. The anime MKV is the first input. Inside the first input, we select the video one, the video track, and this 0 video track, which means first video track. And what we want to do is to codec video copy. video 0 copy. And this 0 means the output video 0 and not the input video 0. And the copy, and because we know this is H.265 and H.265 have to have this tag. And we also can see, we also can say this tag is for the output video 0, which is the first video track. You can omit the 0 because there's only one video track, but I put it here and make it more clear. After that, we want another line for the audio track. So actually this should be one line, but I don't want to make it one line, so I use space, this slash. I don't know this is a forward or back. I don't know. This is the opposite of the HTTP slash. Okay, for the next portion, we are going to take the audio portion. Because the audio is a FLAC, it doesn't support, so we're going to take from the input 0. For the audio, it's the first audio, which is 0, and the codec audio 0 is not copied anymore. It have to be AAC. And here we can control the quality of the AAC. You see, this is a high quality, high fidelity audio track because it's lossless. So I want to encode this AAC to a high quality AAC. If you just say this, it also will work, but the quality may be not so good. So I still have some will have some quality issue with them. So I have this parameter. So I will say audio quality for the audio track 0, because this is the first output, the audio track. And 1.4 is I tested, it gives really good sound. You will not hear any difference between the compressed one and the non-compressed one. And this one I suggest you put there and increase the compatibility. So now we are done with the first audio track, which is the Japanese audio track. And there is also a lossless English audio track. I also want that. So I say I want to take the second audio track from the first input file for the audio, but to the second, which is 1, because it starts from 0. I say codec A, but D here is the second output audio track, so it will be 1 because everything starts from 0 for FFmpeg. So for the codec output, it will be AAC, and the quality are the same, but you see here's output is 1 because it's the second one, same quality. And lastly, if you want, you can take one subtitle. And the English subtitle is this one. So it's the first subtitle track. And this is in ASS format, which is also not supported. So you have to convert to a subtitle format called MOV text. Okay, let's try it. But I don't suggest you use FFmpeg to convert directly, but for the sake of this tutorial, I use the easy route. But the the thing is, the anime subtitle is so complicated. Something have karaoke style, moving subtitles. It will not be very pretty, but it works. Okay, so I will map from the first import file, but for the subtitles and the first subtitle, because this is the first subtitle. And codec subtitle 0 is MOV text. And finally, we can try our output file. We name the output file as anime.mp4. Let's try it. So actually this should be one line command. I just use the slash, make it become more readable. I recognize the option. Oh, there's a typo here. And it's starting to re-encode the audio portion. By the way, I'm using a Intel Mac, and it's very old. It's a 2018 Mac Mini. So my Mac is not very powerful, but it should not take long. Okay, it's done. Let's inspect our output, anime.mp4. You see the icon changes. That means high probability you can play it with QuickTime. And I cannot show you, but I double click. You see, it doesn't give me error, so I cannot show you. Don't quit because I'm recording. Then we can inspect the thing again. So what we get, the video portion, and then the codec ID is HEVC1, which is correct. That's why it can play. And it's a HDR1. For the audio, we see from the lossless audio, we change to AAC lossy audio, but I can promise you this is a very good quality. You will not hear any difference. And the bit rate is around 220. And actually, if you change this portion, I don't know, to a higher or lower, you can tweak it by changing this quality parameter. The bit rate will change. So the maximum bit rate, you can go to 300 something by change this. But for me, 1.4 is very good enough. I cannot really tell the difference. I put my Sennheiser on, really cannot tell any difference. So I stay with this bit rate. And we got our Japanese audio and got our English audio, okay, and even the subtitle. And if you play this one with QuickTime or Apple TV, actually you can see there's a button around here. You see the audio, you can select English audio or Japanese audio, or have English subtitle or Chinese subtitle or no subtitle. You can control with QuickTime actually. If it have multiple audio or multiple subtitle. Oh, don't quit. Okay, so this is
a little bit difficult one, which is anime, and there will be some even more difficult one, which is something called the Dolby Vision. Okay, so let's see which one it is. Let's inspect this file, and you will see it looks like it's very easy. It's only have one video, one audio, but the video is having something called HDR format. It tell you Dolby Vision, blah 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 blah, profile 5, blah blah blah, and this will not work if you use the previous command. So if you find you have Dolby Vision with something like profile 5, you need a special treatment. If you see something called profile 7, you forget about it. So it's something called a dual layer Dolby Vision, and I don't think the computer can play it. You need a Blu-ray player to do it, I think. But if 5 or 8, your computer can play it. 5 is the standard Dolby Vision. The profile 8 something is the Dolby Vision recorded by your iPhone. So these two can be played, but obviously from here, it's .ts. You play with QuickTime, it will give you what? It give you, okay. So if you play the TS file with QuickTime, let me try again. It actually can play, so, but only the audio portion. So let's inspect this file. And try to find the string 0, string 00, same HEVC, which is another name for H.265. And you see here, DOVI stands for Dolby Vision. Okay, so this is a warning sign. The previous command doesn't work for Dolby Vision. You need a new command. So what is the new command? You see, I prepared 3 of them, 264, 265, and the 265 Dolby Vision. It should be, both are 265. But if you saw Dolby Vision here, Dolby Vision Dolby Vision profile 5, blah blah blah, and you need a special treatment. So here is the special treatment. And you say FFmpeg, just like before. You drag in the file, and you will say codec, copy, because actually both video and audio can be played by QuickTime. This is EAC3, right? Our rule is if it's more than 2 channels, we use EAC3, and here already EAC3. Even it was with Atmos, then it doesn't matter. The base is EAC3. And for the video, we cannot just add like before HEVC1, because this is for non-Dolby Vision profile 5. But actually this works for profile 8. This is very confusing. So we need a new tag. It's called a tag V. It's called DVH1, Dolby Vision H1, and you will need this parameter, strict unofficial. This parameter allows to pass Dolby Vision metadata to the MP4 file. Actually, it's not in the, maybe it's not in the MP4 specification. Have to use some unofficial workaround, and let's see. And our output file is called out.mp4. Let's inspect the file. And here is the problem. Now we convert the video, but the audio is missing. Now you can play this file with no problem, but no audio. I experienced this, and the workaround I can show you is using MKV to NICs. So MKV to NICs, we just installed previously. So we will wrap this TS file to MKV container. So it will be super fast. Just click start muxing, and then it will generate a MKV file, and we will work on this MKV file instead. Okay, so we can do FFmpeg. We want to input this MKV, and say the codec is copy, but the tag have to be Dolby Vision H1 strict unofficial. And let's name the output as MP4 and overwrite. Now you got this output file, and looks like it can be played. Yes, and now it can be played. So let's inspect again for the correct output file. So you will see HDR format, Dolby Vision profile file, blah blah blah, and the codec ID is DVH1. Okay. If you see Dolby Vision, you have to use DVH1. Sorry, Dolby Vision profile 5. If you saw 8, it's not another story. I will show you later. So for the audio file, EAC3, it's already there, so because we copy the original audio, so there's no change. So it's EAC3. And this is another file with Dolby Vision. You can inspect. So this file is a Final Cut Pro rendered MP4 file manufactured into a MKV file. So because it cannot be played by the QuickTime, but actually this is you won't encounter this because the MP4 file made by Final Cut or by your iPhone can be played natively without any issue. But I purposely wrapped into the MKV to let you know. And if you see this Dolby Vision profile 8.4, blah blah blah, then you can just treat this like a HDR10 using this one. not this one. It's confusing, I know. I will show you another example. Let's see this one. So in this demo video, you see the video is HEVC. So HEVC is another name for H.264, and this is the most widely used popular codec for non-HDR content. 264 cannot handle HDR, so it's not a HDR video, but it have two audio. One audio is called MLP blah blah AC3 16 channel, but this is confusing. Actually, this is called something called Dolby True HD with Atmos. Okay. So the audio portion is the difficult part. So commercial name Dolby True HD with Dolby Atmos. So this is the commercial paid lossless audio. Okay, and obviously your MP4 container cannot contain this one. So if the audio file have a EAC3 track, congratulations, you just need to copy this track out, then you can preserve the surround sound. If this one doesn't exist, I'm afraid you have to encode the EAC3 based on the lossless audio, which is Dolby True HD. So I will cover both scenarios. Because this is multi-track again, so I will use this one. So I will edit based on this one. So if your file name contains weird characters space, you wrap it with a quotation mark. Okay. So after that, we know the video is HEVC, which is 264, and the 264 non-HDR doesn't need a tag. Okay, it doesn't need this. You just say the video codec, just copy and don't change the tag. And for the audio portion, actually we just need one audio, one surround audio. I will demonstrate. We only want this one, and this is audio track 2. But before we do it, we need to inspect with FFmpeg for the file. And we see string 00264, correct, non-HDR. String 01 True HD, 02 AC3, 03 EAC3. And you see, wait, I only see 2 audio track here in the media info, but 3 audio track in the FFmpeg. So which side to believe? You believe the command line one, don't believe the GUI one. Okay. So because we want this EAC3, and the EAC3 is the 3rd track for the audio, not the 2nd one. And I find those Dolby True HD with Atmos, it actually contains 2 tracks. One AC3 for the fallback, one the True HD. So you believe the FFmpeg in the CLI, not the GUI. Okay. So let's get started. So we the third audio string. Okay. If it's the third audio string, then it should be 2 because it starts from 0. And the codec for the output, we only just read one audio string. And because it's already EAC3, so we don't need to do anything. We just say copy. And we don't need any subtitles. And so the output name is just name it out. Let's see. Oh, it's fast. Now we see just 2 of them. One is EAC3 with Dolby Atmos. One is HEVC. And it can be played by the Mac natively. Okay. But there's another situation. Let's say the audio portion, horizon, okay, horizon, this one. So let's say you don't have the EAC3. You only have the True HD. What to do? And definitely the MP4 cannot contain Dolby True HD. So you have to re-encode, unfortunately, for the audio portion. So let's try it. So that means if we inspect again, audio 5, for the file, you want the first audio string. Okay. So the command remains the same for the video portion, but the audio portion you have to change. For the codec, we want to take the first audio string. And definitely the True HD is not supported, so we have to re-encode into EAC3. And here is the codec portion. Okay. Codec is not copy. We want to change to EAC3, and the bit rates for the audio is 0 because it's the first audio codec output. I set it at 640K, or you can do it more. And let's see it can encode it correctly or not. You have to have this space. Okay, it's encoding because it's slowed down and it's finished. Let's see. The video portion we didn't touch, never encode, and the audio portion is really re-encoded, and it's changed from Dolby True HD, which is a lossless, to the lossy one, EAC3, and we made the bit rate quite high. It's double the bit rate of AC3, and it's down to 6 channel, but it's lost Atmos, so it's become a pure EAC3 without Atmos. But doesn't matter. Actually, I cannot hear any difference. And if you really want to hear the difference, I guess you need a home theater with 7.1.2 with your ceiling speak, something like that. and I don't have that. Okay, so can't play played. Okay, it can be played. Okay, I think I covered almost everything I have. And this is the end of the video. And I will share this command I use in the description portion. Okay. By the way, there is a more easier way we can use. I said in the beginning. So what is the easy way? The easy way is go to your App Store and search some app called Moviest. And this one. Install it, you can play most of the file with HDR correctly. But it's a paid version, so okay. Lastly, I want to show you what this subler can do. So after you make everything work and it can be played on the Mac, let's say, okay, you have your MP4 ready, but you want to make it beautiful. What do I mean beautiful? It's like you can make this thing your collection like this. So basically you can make it like this. And this is not officially downloaded from Apple. This can be made by the subler. Okay, it's a metadata editor. So let's pretend this is a movie. Okay, if you drag to your TV app or iTunes, it won't be pretty. It will become some category like home video without any information and difficult to find. So how you can drag into iTunes or TV app with this kind of tag, or you have the name, actor, the correct name. So you can open this one with subler. And you can say this is an English track or Japanese track or Chinese track, doesn't matter. And one thing you can do is query or search. No, not this one. Yeah, search. Some older version, the search button is here, but this one's here. So we can pretend this is a movie or TV. What difference between the movie and TV is, movie is single video file. TV is like episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. There's a multiple. Let's pretend this is a movie called Running Out of Time, and I search the name of the movie. It may be searched in the movie DB or search in the Apple TV database or iTunes Store database, doesn't matter. If I search, let's pretend that this is the Running Man, and you say add, and what is the movie format? It's more like a landscape. This one, not this one. Okay, it will insert all the movie tag. You see the genre, Chinese movie, the description, long description, rating, cast, director, blah blah blah, and I'll give you the artwork. And you'll say Command S, Now, on the surface, this become of that movie, and you can drag into your iTunes, you drag into your TV app. It will be very beautiful. Here it is. You see, this is the newly added one. But definitely this is not the Running Man. This is just a demo video for Dolby. But I inserted the Running Man's tag to make it looks like a beautiful one. Okay. So if you turn your home sharing on, you can play this on your Apple TV, on your home theater very easily. Okay, I deleted this. Okay, that's it.